If you've been looking at data storage solutions any time in the last 40 years or so, then you're bound to have noticed the brand Crucial taking centre stage. A major player in the memory market, their drives have been enabling creative professionals, gamers and pretty much anyone else who needs reliable and robust transfer and storage for decades, and we're a big fan of them here at Scan HQ. In fact, this very studio is practically littered with their drives, as we use them for literally everything from recording directly to camera to editing and exporting the final video, with plenty of portable uses too, such as location shoots, asset gathering and working from home in between. And one of our editors regularly also has his kids downloading games on them. So it's fair to say when it comes to durability, these are a real road and child-tested workhorse. Today though, we're levelling up in the range the Crucial X9 and X9 Pro and the Crucial X10 Pro, which all offer significantly faster read and write speeds, better security and even greater durability. All music to the ears of creative professionals and general users alike. In fact, the only thing that hasn't currently increased is the maximum capacity, which remains at 4 TB. Still plenty of space though. In real world terms, that would give you room for up to 20,000 photos, 50 hours of family video, 10 AAA game titles and 100 GB of documents, while still having 400 GB to spare. Now, before we get into the speeds and specs, let's take a quick look at the design of these drives. Now, whereas previously the X8 and X6 had a more smooth, round, pebble-like look to them, the X9 and 10 versions have a bit more of an edge to them, literally, putting them somewhere in between that pebble style and a more traditional squared finish. The X9 Pro and X10 Pro feature an even more robust build quality too, with their sleek anodized aluminium body compared to the plastic body of the X9. Both look great and feel really nice in your hand though, and I have to say personally, I love the silvery finish of the X9 Pro version. But looking good is one thing, how do they actually perform? Well, in a word, brilliantly. The X9 Pro has sequential read and write speeds of up to 1050 megabytes per second, which is significantly faster than our old favourite, the X6, as you can see from this table. Step it up to the X10 Pro though, and performance really increases. Blazing fast speeds of up to 2100 megabytes per second read and 2000 megabytes per second write. So those working with big file sizes or perhaps editing 4K sequences will really appreciate the speed of these latest drives, particularly the Pro versions. We've been trying them out on a day-to-day here at Scan, and we've been delighted to say they've been performing brilliantly. Zero latency whilst editing 4K footage straight from the drive, and transfer times were miles quicker. They're also really great out on location shoots and generally saved us time all round. As mentioned, security is also improved on both the Pro versions. As practical a choice as the older X6 and X8 models still are, they do lack data encryption. And this is also true of the standard X9. Now, whilst that won't be a big deal for some people, as data security becomes more and more of an issue going forward, it was definitely the right call to add it to the Pro lineup, with those versions now featuring 256-bit AES encryption. And durability has been stepped up too, IP55 water and dust resistance now being the standard on the X9 Pro and X10 Pro. And despite the added durability, both the X9 and X10, including the Pro, are still compact and lightweight, making them a practical choice, particularly when on the move. And talking of practical, the addition of a lanyard hole at the top of these drives, whilst being a really small detail, is in fact a really smart idea. So there you have it, the X9, X9 Pro and X10 Pro are a very welcome addition to Crucial's portable SSD lineup. Quicker, more secure and more durable, pretty much everything that you'd ask for. It certainly gets our seal of approval, but you don't have to just take our word for it. One of our customers' reviews describes the X9 Pro as faster than the competition, and then goes on to say for file backups on location after shoots, these are definitely a time saver and will allow you to run heftier files whilst editing too. For more information and prices for the full range of Crucial X9 and 10 SSDs, head on over to scan.co.uk and check out these palm-sized beauties. And whilst you're there, if for whatever reason you feel you don't need any of the extra improvements in the X9 and X10 range, then don't forget you can still buy the original Crucial X6 at a bargain price here at Scan.